folks, and welcome to a heads up video for what's currently transpiring on the channel. First off, Metal Gear Solid 3 is complete, and the last 3 videos of that will be uploaded this week once I'm done editing them. There's not much to do, really. As for the Metal Gear Solid 3 Foxhound run, Super Gosu Pro run, that will be uploaded when it is fully completed, because I want to make sure it actually is a Foxhound run before it actually goes up, you know. If you do not know what the requirements are for the Foxhound emblem, or if you just simply don't remember, here they are again. You must play on Extreme difficulty or higher, that's Extreme or European Extreme. We'll be playing on European Extreme, mostly because it's kind of handy for this kind of run. As soon as you're spotted by an enemy on European Extreme, you game over. It's pretty swell. You also cannot use any special items, you cannot consume any life meds, you cannot cause any alerts, you cannot cause any kills, and you also cannot take 10 life bars of damage. Where are you even supposed to find this? Is there some kind of statistic screen that you can access at any time? As far as I'm aware, you only get one at the very end of the game. Actually, in Metal Gear Solid 4, you got one at the end of every 4 acts. Well, at the end of one of 4 acts. So you had a running kind of statistic. In Metal Gear Solid 3, I don't know if there's anything like that. It'd be pretty handy if there was. The other 2 requirements, which shouldn't be too big a deal, are I must complete the game under 5 hours. The current high score, or world record, for obtaining a Foxhound emblem is just under an hour and a half, so I think I can do it in 5. I'm fairly capable. And the final requirement is underneath 25 saves. And I mean, me and Grimmett did the game first try with I think 36 or 32 saves, so 25. When I know what I'm doing, and I'm actually practicing sections, should not be a big deal whatsoever. I mean, it's a lot better than apparently in Metal Gear Solid 2 where you only get 8. So it shouldn't be a big deal. Those are all the requirements. Also, as far as what we're going to do next, me and Grimmett, when it comes to Metal Gear Solid, it will be Peace Walker. But we will only start tackling that series once I get done with the Foxhound run for Metal Gear Solid 3. So, be patient, it will happen in the future. Also completed this week was Hitman Blood Money. So what happens next when it comes to Hitman? Well, as I indicated at the end of the Blood Money series, it looks like I'm probably going to do contracts, most likely Hitman contracts. Other contestants for what will be played next are Hitman Absolution, not a fan favorite when it comes to the Hitman series, but many people have requested that I do it, and you know, I hear that it sucks. I'm fairly sure it does suck in many ways if the disguises are as flawed as they seem. We'll have to find out for ourselves when I get to it. Another one is Hitman 2 Sound Assassin, which I know is a fantastic game. But still, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be contracts. It's actually a game I've never seen played. Versus all the others. Well, actually, I haven't seen Absolution played either, other than like the E3 footage. So, you know, I'm still pretty sure it's gonna be contracts. I'm also gonna consider playing Hitman Go, and that one could start this week or next week, actually. Hitman Go is the mobile game of the Hitman series and isn't representative of a real Hitman game. I know in the Hitman Blood Money videos I joked, or at least indicated, that I feel that Hitman is a puzzle game wrapped in a stealth game skin. Well, Hitman Go, it's not even pretending. It is most definitely a puzzle game. It tells you straight up it's a puzzle game. And it is a very well executed puzzle game, and I'd love to show it to you. What else is on the table? Well, I also plan on starting another stealth game this week, which is not part of any series that I've covered prior. It's a game with a great atmosphere, great character writing, and some very haunting music. It was actually released last year. I'm very excited to get started on that. I may actually start recording that after I get done with this update video. That's how excited I am. Next topic we have here is BitTorrent. What do I mean? Well, a couple of my series I've had to take down because there have just been so many content ID matches on them. Just a deluge of content ID matches. And those 2 series would be Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts for the Xbox 360, one of my favorite games ever, even though there are many people that don't care for that game. I think it's brilliant. And another game that I think is brilliant that I had to take down is Red Faction Guerrilla for the PC, which is still one of my favorite games of all time. It really annoys me that I can't have it up without just getting bombarded with content IDs. But you can get both of these series, folks. They are available to you on BitTorrent. If you want to find the torrent files you'll need to obtain these videos, you can go to lethalfeline.com, and if for whatever reason you can't spell lethalfeline.com, you can look into the description of this video and you'll find the link. When you go to that website, you'll see a big purple button with sort of a swirly wave type icon. That is the BitTorrent icon. You will click on that giant purple button. That will take you to a listing of all the current torrents, of which there are currently 2. Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts and Red Faction. Now, I would love to make more of my series available on BitTorrent, but I have so many series, folks, and they consume so much disk space that I want you to tell me which series you would like me to put on BitTorrent next. So do so in the comments of this video. Go ahead and nominate a series that you would like to see. And before you actually comment on a series, please look through the comments, and if you see one that already is on there that you'd like to dominate, go ahead and give them a thumbs up so I sort of have your vote for that series to be added. Alright? Pretty simple stuff right there. Alright, what else? Oh yes, I wanted to discuss how great a year this has been for game development, folks. During the Game Developers Conference 2015, my god, Unreal Engine 4 went free! That's great! So great that it's actually been distracting me, because I've been diving into making my own game under the Unreal Engine 4. And that is going to be an action puzzler game. If you don't know what an action puzzler, if it doesn't pop into your mind right away, think Tetris. Tetris is an action puzzler, an arcade puzzler, and this is going to be the same kind of game. If you're wondering why I went with this genre over anything else, it's mostly because it plays my strengths. If you don't know, I am a career developer. That's how I make my bread every day. So programming, that's where it's at for me. And, you know, an arcade puzzler, it's almost entirely programming. I've made one mesh for this game. One. And that's like the main game block. It's pretty crazy. I don't have to worry about my weaknesses. I'm not really that proficient as a 3D modeler. Or as a skeletal animator, you know, making character animations. That's not really what I do. The most I can do is make a block kind of thing in Blender. Blender's a free 3D modeling program. I don't have any of that expansive stuff like Maya or 3D Max. It's just not what I do. But programming, that's what I do. Now, aside from the Unreal Engine, there's just been so many other things. Source 2, free. Unity, completely free now. It used to be, well, Unity was free, but some of its features were locked behind a pro license. Now that is no longer the case. All you have to do is place a splash screen on your game, and you are set. As far as Unreal Engine 4 is concerned, you give them 5% of your sales, which is incredibly generous when you think about it. You make $100 on a game, you give them $5. That is just great considering the maturity of the Unreal Engine. It is just so beautiful, so beautiful. It has all the lighting effects, particle effects, all kinds of animation kind of helpers that you can blend together animations with. All free, and you just have to give them 5% of your sales. Your game could not make any money at all, and you wouldn't have to worry. They would only take 5%. It's that great. I can't remember what it is for Unity or for the Source engine, to be honest. It may actually be better. In fact, Source may not have any licensing fees at all, or royalty fees, I should say, because you'll clearly be using Steam as your distribution service, right? And that's where they make their real money. I think they take 30%. So you still gotta pay that no matter which one you use. But still, just a fantastic year if you're interested in getting into game development like I am. I mean, the last game I really made was for the TI-82 calculator. So it's been a while, but I'm not rusty when it comes to programming. My maths are rusty, and my god, you need some maths, folks, when you're trying to do 3D gaming. You think about it. Think about how hard it is to, like, you have something on the hand of a clock. This pen right here is the hand of a clock, and you want to rotate it like this. How the hell do you represent that over time? That's the sort of thing you have to think about when you do the 3D programming. You need to know your maths. You know, your trigonometry and whatnot just is invaluable when it comes there. And my trig is kind of rusty. Alright, I think that kind of wraps up this update video, folks. So, I'll see you next time for probably some gameplay, not just a boring update video. I'll see you then.